Welcome to Full Body Strength. This is a 30-minute class. We're going to be doing dumbbell type strength work. So just a couple pairs of dumbbells if you got them. We're going to be doing 2 blocks of work. Each block has 3 intervals: upper body, lower body, and core. 45 seconds on, 15 seconds transition. We will do 15 seconds in between. 15 seconds transition. I already said that. We'll be doing each one 3 times through. We're going to get warmed up here. Welcome. Let's start with some hip circles. Getting our body warm, getting those joints moving a little bit. Push it left, right, forward, and back. Switch directions. All right, center those hips. Let's roll through those shoulders a little bit. Make these however big you want. Reverse direction. And relax those shoulders down. Let's shift it left to right. Hips, knees, shoulders, everything pointed in front of you. Shifting our hips back, hinging, letting our upper body come forward slightly. You can go as deep in as you want into this. Getting a nice stretch on that inner leg. Getting a little stretch on the glute medius, glute minimus, on the back side of the butt. One more each way. Let's bring it back together and march with the reach and pull. Getting those shoulders warmed up. Driving that knee up, core is strong. Four more of these. Here's 3, 2, 1. Step it back for a reverse lunge. Step it together, hinge. Nice stretch through the glutes, hamstrings. Reverse lunge, other leg. Hinge in between each reverse lunge. Dropping that knee right underneath the hip and shoulder for that lunge. Driving through the floor. Coming out of that lunge. Upper body stays pretty tall through the lunges. Obviously hinges forward through that hinge. One more of each, one more round. Let's go hamstring curl. We're going to do a push and pull with our arms horizontally. Warm up chest and back. Pulling that heel to the glute. Getting some quad warm up, hamstring warm up. Four more. 3, 2, 1. Big step back into a nice low lunge. Opposite hand comes down. Set into that hip flexor stretch and then rotate towards that front leg. Reach and then sweep through, up and over 2 or 3 times. Plant the hands, step it back, hold this plank. Walk the hands back to your feet, stand it up. Walk it back out. Hold here. We're going to go to that other side. Let's do some shoulder taps before we go to that other side. Shoulder taps, square the hips, drop to the knees if you need to. 4 more. 3, 2, 1. Other leg comes up. And rotate towards it. Reach it up. And a nice big twist. Sweep that arm up and over 2 or 3 times. Last one, step it back, walk those hands back, stay here, roll up 1 vertebrae at a time. All right, should be feeling pretty good. Grab a quick sip if you need it. First circuit coming up, or first block of work. We're going to start with a squat lunge. So we're going to squat, turn, lunge. So this is technically a split squat. So a regular squat, turn, split squat. We're only turning one direction. Let's turn to our right. We'll get our left in round 2, and then we'll split it up round 3. I'm going to grab a dumbbell. Go heavy if you can with this one. Legs are strong. Here's 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Squat, turn, split squat. Drop that knee. Turn back for a squat. Stay pointed to the right. We're only doing that right side split squat. If you don't want both of these, you can do one or the other. It does not have to be both. heel off the floor for that split squat. So you kind of have to readjust that stance as you turn and switch. I'm doing kind of an almost a sumo squat. You can go regular squat if you'd like. Keeping that upper body tall, shoulders back and down. My timer didn't start. Oh, it did. It's just not up on the screen. Here's 3, 2, and 1. All right, we're going upright row. Dumbbells up, elbows wide. I don't have a second dumbbell, but grab a second one. Here's 4, 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. Try to get it back up on the screen. You could do a single dumbbell here. Little bend in those knees. Square the hips. Make sure we're not pulling back or pushing that rib cage forward. There we go. You could do one arm at a time. We're doing an upper body pull here, working the top of the shoulder, a little bit of the front of the shoulder as well. Exhale up, inhale down. Keep it nice and steady. No rush here. At least 1 to 2 counts up. At least 1 to 2 counts down. You can slow those down as much as you want or need to. Increase time under tension, make it more challenging. 3, 2, 1. We're going to go into a plank, keep one dumbbell. We're going to move the dumbbell coming up into a pike position, set it down, pick it up with your other hand, move it forward. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Join me. This can be done with 2 dumbbells as well, if you want. I'm just moving the dumbbell down the center of my body, maybe about 3/4 of the way down. The further you can move it back, the harder this becomes. If you want to be on the kneeling version of this, you could do the same thing, if not as big of a range of motion, or you could go left to right, move the dumbbell underneath you from left to right. Here's 3, 2, 1. Little break here. Grab a drink. Starting that circuit over for round 2. Squat and lunge, but the lunge is going to our left. Squat and split squat, rather. 10 seconds. If you need more time, you certainly can take it. Hop back when you can, or just make the intervals a little bit shorter. You can do that. Here's 3, 2, 1. Squat, split squat to the left. Nice job. Sitting those hips back in both the split and split squat. So we don't want to curl the tailbone under or round forward in that split squat. Range of motion is always up to you, but it's good to get a little bit bigger as you get stronger if you can. You want to be able to move through that whole range of motion and be strong in a big range of motion, function-wise. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Upright row coming up next. Round 3, that lunge and squat. We'll just be alternating that left and right. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. By the end of each 45-second interval, we want to be working at an 8 out of 10 or so. Pretty tough. Last 2 reps are really tough, but still good form. You can think of it as like 2 to 3 reps in reserve as well. So don't be afraid to go heavy. We're getting maybe 8 reps or so in, depending on if you're splitting it up left and right. You can take a little bit extra rest between reps if you want. You would need to if you go heavy. 10 seconds. If you're getting more than 12 reps, that's a little bit too fast here for strength gains. That's too many reps with too light a weight. Here's 3, 2, 1. Plank, dumbbell, move. I'll show another variation of this if you want to or need to incline your plank. I don't have a dumbbell for this one, but I am coming up into a plank, just touching my knee. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. I'm lifting my hips up with a slight knee bend. I've got about a shoulder width stance at my feet for more stability, but you can make that narrow if you want. I'm coming back, touching my opposite knee, slowly coming forward so my shoulders are over my hands. Nice job. Breathing through this, try to maintain that light connection to that 360-degree core all the way through, even as you breathe. Shoulders back and down away from the ears. Nice job. Here's 4, 3, 2, and 1. Here's your 30 break. Round 3, final round coming up next. If you're feeling good, maybe try to add a little bit of resistance. Go for that heavier dumbbell this time. Or you could add some time under tension, slow the movement down, make it bigger. Lots of ways to add challenge. All right, grab that dumbbell. Squat to split squat. Alternating right to left. Here's 3, 2, 1. Squat, turn, split squat, squat, turn the other way. Inhale down. Exhale it up. Make sure we're smooth, under control. We're over halfway. Last couple reps. Let's go. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Upright row last time, team. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. Nice work. Shoulder, upper body pull, you got this. Again, connecting to that core, keeping everything stable as we lift and lower with our upper body. That's halfway. Hang in there, team. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. You got plank dumbbell move. Set it up. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. Here's our core. Trying to keep everything square and lined up, even though we're lifting and moving one arm. Try not to shift those hips to the right or left to compensate. Try not to hold that breath. You got it. Just a few more of these. Nice. We're working that shoulder stability, shoulder strength again as well. Here's 3, 2, and 1. All right, 30 seconds break. We're heading into block 2 of work. Second half of class. We're going to double up our leg work again. But again, it's just an option. This time we're going to go single leg deadlift. So we're going deadlift into a lateral lunge. Here we go. Deadlift or B stance. It doesn't have to be single leg. Lateral lunge. So if you want that B stance option, it's just a kickstand. Staying on this side the whole time. We're going to go other leg round 2, similar to our first block of work. Nice job. Again, you don't have to do both of these. If you want to focus on one or the other, that is just fine. Here's 3, 2, 1. Upper body, we're going push up with a wide row. So grabbing 2 dumbbells. Push up on top of the dumbbells. You can be on your knees or your toes. It's going to be a wide row, elbow out wide like a T. 3, 2, 1, here we go. If you'd rather do just the wide row, come up in this bent over position. Looks like this. Working the back of the shoulder, between the shoulder blades, rhomboids, trapezius. Push up if you're adding that in. Working chest, triceps, biceps. Core is working hard as well to stabilize. If you're doing both this combo move, you can do 1 push up to 1 row, or you can do 2 to 1 either way, rows or push-ups. You can stay in this plank position and do rows without any push-ups, of course. Here's 3, 2, 1. Coming up into a half kneel position with your single dumbbell. Press that dumbbell up into this top position. This is going to be a windmill. So you can either go lower, hinge down to your hand. If you want more challenge, you can go all the way down to the elbow. Here we go. Working that core, side body. This one we will switch halfway. Shoulder stabilization again. Keeping that dumbbell nice and steady. Find this half kneel position that works for you. Switch sides. That heel behind you, I like to curl my toe under. Big exhale as you come up out of that windmill. 3, 2, 1. Awesome job. Round 1 is done. Round 2, single leg RDL, lateral lunge. Your other side, whichever one you were working on, or weren't working on rather. Three, 2, 1, here we go. Working those hamstrings, glutes on that RDL. Quads, hamstrings, glutes, and lateral, inner and outer thigh muscles with that lateral lunge. Those knee, hip, and ankle stabilizers. Of course, we're working balance if you're doing that whole single leg, that full version of the single leg. You can have something nearby you if you want for a little bit of a balance help. That's just fine. I'm racking my dumbbell up to my shoulder as we go down into that lateral lunge. Then I'm bringing it down. 3, 2, 1. Push up wide row. I'll show an incline version again. I like to always show this version. That makes this a lot more accessible if you want to do that full plank. Here we go. Narrow row is okay too here if you want more mid back. Breathing through it. As we do that row, square those hips. Try not to let them wiggle left to right. No tilting of the pelvis, no tucking tailbone. Lots to take care of and stabilize. You got it. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Half kneel windmill. If you prefer the full standing windmill, you can swap that out, of course. 3, 2, 1, here we go. This one's a sneaky one. You might not feel it so much when you're doing it, but you might be sore tomorrow. 3, 2, 1. Switch sides. This one's great for hip flexibility and mobility as well. Get a nice stretch through that hip. 3, 2, 1. All right, team, we're on to round 3. Final rest. Quick sip. All right, this round, pick either lateral lunge or single leg Romanian deadlift. We'll go right and left. Here's 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Half on each. Awesome job, team. Nice and steady, working hard. Lower body so strong. Here's 3, 2, 1. Switch sides. Square those hips. Try not to let anything open or twist. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Push up to wide row. Find your plank. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Breathing through it. You got this. We're at the end here. Make these reps count. Make them good. Be proud of them. You got it. We're over halfway. Give me 2 more. Let's go. Whatever the reps are. Push-ups or row. You got it. 3, 2, 1. All right, team. We got windmill. 5, 4, 3, 2. Let's go. One more on this side. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Switch. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, team, weights to the side. Quick drink of water if you need one. Cooling down with some mobility. All right. Do a little bit of a whole body swing, left to right. Just shake it out a little bit. All right. Find center here. Bring those arms behind. Drop the hands. Interlace the fingers. Lift it up with a nice stretch through that front of the shoulder, through the chest. And release. Big inhale, reach vertical, grab one wrist, exhale. Over to the side, pause and breathe. One breath over here. Inhale into that side body. Exhale, stretch deeper. On your next inhale, come vertical and over to the other side. Exhale over. Pause and breathe. Exhale deeper. Inhale back vertical. Exhale down into a quad stretch. Same arm, same leg. Pull the legs together. Maybe tuck the tailbone slightly. Feel a nice stretch through that hip flexor and quad. Switching legs right here. Finding that breath again. Getting that heart rate down. In through the nose, out through the mouth, down regulating a little bit before supper time. And bring it down. Nice wide stance here. Shift your weight left and right. Nice gentle hip shifting here. And come down into a nice deep squat. Pause here. Maybe shift it left to right. We can push our knees forward a little bit one at a time. Trying to keep those heels to the floor, get some ankle mobility going. You can stay here if you want to add a little bit to this. We can add some rotation. Reaching up towards the ceiling. Switching sides. One more each side. And taking a seat here. Bring one leg to the floor, crisscross, cross one ankle over to the opposite knee for figure 4. And roll through the ankle as we're stretching the back of that hip of that top leg. Reverse direction of that ankle circle. Over to the other side. Switch direction of that ankle roll. All right, we're gonna go into a 90-90. So bend both legs off to one side. We're gonna hinge forward, release it, transfer over to that other side, 90-90, hinge forward. This time on that first side, pause at the 90-90. Bring those hips up and reach to the ceiling or the wall behind you. Get a nice big open on the front of the hip, through that side body, through the chest. Come back seated and we'll head over to the other side, same thing. Big inhale, push forward and reach back. And come back down. Bring it up. Get your feet underneath you. Lift those hips first, round it up one vertebrae at a time. Slow and controlled. Final inhale, reach forward and up. Reach it all the way up. Release it down with a big exhale. That is it for our 30-minute full body strength, that is. Thanks for coming. Thanks for showing up for you today. Have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you next time.